Oh wow, you can go really far down. What? What is? What is that? No fucking way. It's it's a fucking DNA strand just floating in the air. Weird. It's telling me to ascend, but I want to go deeper. Down. What are those? What are they? What is that? What the fuck? Is that... Is that... the quantum realm? What is this? Wait. What is that? What? What am I looking at? I don't understand. Wait, what is... What the fuck? What there is...
I find it a little difficult to say what the subject matter of this seminar is going to be, because it's too fundamental to give it a title. I'm going to talk about what there is. Now, the first thing, though, that we have to do is to get our perspectives with some background about the basic ideas which influence our everyday common sense, our fundamental notions about what life is about. Ideas of the world which are built into the very nature of the language we use and of our ideas of logic and of what makes sense altogether. And these basic ideas I call myth, not using the word myth to mean simply something untrue, but to use the word myth in a more powerful sense. A myth is an image in terms of which we try to make sense of the world.
That's Alan Watts. He was a guy who introduced Eastern philosophy to like Zen stuff. I've listened to some of his lectures, and while I don't agree with everything he says, they are very, very nourishing food for thought. Okay, I guess we've gone down far enough. Let's go back up. Yeah, that. Everything is set to default enter mode if using one button mouse. Okay. Whoa. So are these atoms? Are they something smaller? I mean, there's no way to know. Like, you can't really look at an atom because, well, the wavelengths of the way you see something is by the way it shapes light. And atoms are too small for wavelengths of light to make, you know, it's like trying to feel the shape of an ant with the palm of your hand. You can't do it. It's too big, and light is too big, at least visible light is too big to look at an atom with. So we know it. There's no, when you ask what an atom looks like, it doesn't look like anything because looking doesn't apply. You can't see it. But what shape is it? That's one thing you can ask, but not what color. Wait, that's descend. I meant to, no. I want to. Wait, can I descend further? Or is this the lowest, smallest? Go smaller. It's a little cube. Is that the primary smallest? I'm Planck length. So Planck length basically means the smallest possible size. It's like the minimum resolution of the universe. So it's like the grid on which you can move. Like, you can't move less than 1 Planck length. You can't. It's like the minimum granularity of reality. It's a lot smaller than anything that we can get to. I don't know if I can even get to these thoughts. They're too far away. I need to be bigger. 1 + 1 equals... Wait, 1 plus... What? The thoughts down here are much... Yeah, I'm not going to be able to descend any more from the Planck length. Let's ascend to... Oh. What? What is... I don't know how big or small I am, but this looks big. What? A superstar cluster? We ascended a bit further than I was expecting. Okay. You there, you have a thought for me? The thoughts of a galaxy. Don't think about numbers, think about proportion. Okay. Well, the proportion there was several thousand orders of magnitude, I think. A world that peoples.
You, as a human being, you grow out of this physical universe in just exactly the same way that an apple grows off an apple tree. So let's say the tree which grows apples is a tree which apples, using apple as a verb. And a world in which human beings arrive is a world that peoples. And so the existence of people is symptomatic of the kind of universe we live in. Just as hair on a head is symptomatic of what's going on in the organism. But we have been brought up not to feel that we belong in the world. So our popular speech reflects it. We say, I came into this world. You didn't, you came out of it. We say, face facts. We talk about encounters with reality, as if it was a head-on meeting of completely alien agencies, and the average person has the sensation that he is a somewhat that exists inside a bag of skin, the center of consciousness, which looks out at this thing and what the hell's it going to do to me? I recognize you, you kind of look like me, and I've seen myself in a mirror, and you look like you might be people. So maybe you're intelligent, maybe you can love too. And perhaps you're all right. Some of you are anyway. You've got the right color of skin, or you have the right religion, or whatever it is, you're okay. But there are all those people over in Asia, Africa, and they may not really be people. When you want to destroy someone, you always define them as unpeople.
Yep. Okay, I wasn't expecting quite this, but I get I don't. Yeah, next to Alan Watts, I'm a little bit left in the lost for words. I mean, I think it's not true that we're not so much born out of the universe. We are part of it. You know, you're not separate from the universe. You're made of the same stuff as the rest of it, and you'll go back to it. Well, you know, it'll just yeah. I don't know. You are one note in a symphony that was waiting to be played since the beginning of time. And here you are, and soon you won't be. So sound as brightly as you possibly can. Ah. Yeah. I guess that's about determinism, the idea that if the universe is a thing of rules and cosmic consequences, then every action has a cause, and it's deterministic in the sense that it follows rules. So everything that's happening now is because of what happened a moment ago, and so on back to the beginning of time. So in that sense, everything you've ever done and everything you ever will do is in a sense determined at the moment of the universe's beginning. But then where's the room for freedom of choice? Is it an illusion, or are we just wrong about determinism? Fuck if I know. A process, a pattern, a force permeating every dimension. Invisible and yet countless in parts, and you in every direction. Everything is equally true and equally false. I don't believe that. If everything is equally true and equally false, then that statement is equally false and therefore not true, and that you can't unlogic logic. Okay, we can join clusters. We can join it all together. So that looks like a galaxy to me. As dark as your days may get, remember that all is well in the universe. It couldn't not be, and ultimately all is well with you too. This is hitting me a bit hard. It can give that sense of, like, no matter what you do, you're not going to destroy the universe. So, there's that. It's getting me a bit emotional. For some reason, cosmic stuff always gets me emotional and contemplative. And I'm reminded of what Spock said. You must have faith that the universe will unfold as it should. But is that logical? Another idea altogether.
We have this hostility to the external world because of the superstition, the myth, the absolutely unfounded theory that you yourself exist only inside your skin. Now, I want to propose another idea altogether. Billions of years ago, you were a Big Bang. But now you're a complicated human being. But so we define ourselves as being only that. If you think that you are only inside your skin, you define yourself as one very complicated little curlicue, way out on the edge of that explosion, way out in space and way out in time. And then we cut ourselves off and don't feel that we're still the Big Bang. But you are. Depends how you define yourself. You are actually, if this is the way things started, if there was a Big Bang in the beginning, you're not something that is a result of the Big Bang. You're not something that is a sort of puppet on the end of the process. You are still the process. You are the Big Bang, the original force of the universe coming on as whoever you are. See, when I meet you, I see not just what you define yourself as, Mr. So-and-so, Miss So-and-so, Mrs. So-and-so. I see every one of you as the primordial energy of the universe coming on at me in this particular way. I know I'm that too. But we've learned to define ourselves as separate from it.